the Stanford coach, good friend of mine. I don't know, Matt and Shaun, if you know Troy at all. Troy Taylor has been accused of bullying, belittling female staffers. And now I got into a debate yesterday with Shaun Salisbury on his show on Paved Every Day I Do. And now Andrew Luck, who is apparently called the GM, has nothing to say all of a sudden and doesn't want to say anything. I just think it's the biggest sellout, cop-out job that you can possibly do for the man like Andrew Luck not to back the man, head coach, on his institution. And this is a cop-out. And Matt, Shaun, you both know where I'm going. Just say he's fucking 3-9 2 years in a row and you want him fired. Don't fucking blackball this dude and put a narrative out there that he bashing women and all this shit so he can't get a future job. That's the chicken shit part of this whole thing, the cowardly act that I'm not with.
I'll go first. I agree, bro. And look, I'm not going to go as far as you go that women can't coach.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go that far. Although I am going to say
we
this.
had that debate a year ago.
Go ahead. I am going to say this. The locker room, the meeting room, the practice field, it's not for the fucking timid or the weak or the sensitive or the inexperienced. And the amount of moms that I pissed off in my life coaching, the amount of women online that I've made angry coaching just by elevating the tone of my voice and articulating something that isn't followed with please, thank you, or, here's your alimony check, that it always turns sour. So I'm not saying that this isn't a sensitive person's game. I'm screaming it from the fucking mountaintop, bro. This is not the place for your goddamn sensitivity. He's not bullying anybody. Somebody's panties got in the wad, and I'm not talking shit. She's a female. She's wearing panties, not boxer shorts. So all I'm saying is, he's trying. I'm sure he's trying to coach. He's not trying to belittle. He's trying to make sure everybody does their job so he can keep his job. And now somebody's fucking feelings got hurt. This is the thing. If it was a dude whose feelings got hurt, would this even be a fucking story?
No, that's the problem.
If it was a dude GA or a young male coach who went online and leaked this story or however it got out, we would be attacking the dude and telling him he's a fucking pussy and a bitch-made punk for going outside like he can't handle the coaching. But now because it's a female, we're going to regulate to it's the coach's problem because he's mean. Miss me with this bullshit, dog. You can call me a sexist all you want. I don't give a fuck. It's not that we're like on two different planes here. You can't, if it was the other way around and it was a young male coach, everyone would be attacking that kid instead of attacking the head coach.
And I'm not going to put you and Shaun in a situation that I would be put in because I don't care. I'm beyond the precipice of return. So you guys still got to go out and meet corporate America. But here's the thing. I know buddies that Shaun has buddies. Shaun's one of them, actually, who was coaching D1, who's not now. I know a guy named Noel Mazzoni, who we know that comes on this show during the season, who's not coaching now. Can't get a fucking job, by the way. And we know how good of a coach he is. But we got females that came from a D3 as an intern who are coaching the running backs for the fucking Washington Commanders. I have a fundamental issue with that because that's the problem that we're not talking about. And I'm just saying, the whole point Smitty and I's argument yesterday was it's getting worse and worse, and the men have no defense. We're not defending ourselves in this, and the women, the real women out there like Paris who just said, go coach the fucking cheerleaders if you want to be around it. The real women out there who want to come home to their alpha male husband who's a football coach, that's who's lacking in their voice. We don't hear the real women's voice enough. But you real women out there want our voice when it comes to the WNBA and the support you guys want, but you won't give us the support we want in our space. Not every space is for everybody, man. I'm not walking around with my nuts hanging at Mac Makeup in the fucking mall. I'm not going to walk in there. You're going to walk into my locker room where my men are having conversations that you probably shouldn't be privy to, and it's okay. Like, that's where I think the fundamental issue is. That's all I'm saying.
So I want to be 1,000% crystal clear here. I agree with everything you guys said, except I've been around Jennifer King, and she's a real one. So this is what I hate about when these situations happen. The sensitivity that exists with most females that doesn't exist with most males erodes the fact that there are specific isolated females that are really good at it. And Jennifer King, who I think is assistant running back coach for the Commanders, I've been around her a bunch of times. She rock solid. So I just want to say that because JB used her as an example. But to the females that got oversensitive at Stanford, that's fucked up. Like, yeah, because you get access to something doesn't mean that you have the right to change the culture that exists, what you now have access to.
That's the point. And I don't know, Matt, if you know, I got a lot of good friends, former players of mine who are now coaching at Utah, where Troy was at and had a hell of a run. And then he goes to take Sacramento State job. I never heard a female talk bad about Troy at Utah. I never heard a female. I never heard him talk about. You ever hear him in the news at Sac State? No, because that's the problem. Now you're at Stanford. By the way, the same school that ran Jim Harbaugh out when he went 10-0. By the way, so that tells you something. How about Coach Shaw, David Shaw, who's a fucking unbelievable coach? How about you ran him out? We're talking about a place that just is what it is. And now we got a guy here who, Troy Taylor, went 3-9 back-to-back seasons, and that's really the reason, dog. Let's be honest. Now
he's going to go 3-9 again. That's an impossible job in the Big Ten. They have no shot to be good at football anytime. Like, their one saving grace in the Pac-12 was they were the only team that played a completely different style of football, which was tight end, fullback, out physical you. The entire Big Ten plays like that. They got no shot.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Stanford's in a tough one. Well, that ACC road trip, them and Cal.
I mean, ACC, my bad. I'm saying Big Ten. ACC, my bad.
Yeah. No, they play Big Ten style, and they had a shot in the ACC. Yeah, I get it.